Hey y'all, look what we're doing. It's not Disney, but we took a little trip to a theme park that's a little closer to us. And I don't know if anyone has been here, but we are coming to, hey, there I am, Kings Island. This is gonna be interesting because I've been here one time a long time ago and Cameron's never been, so we have no idea what we're doing. We're just gonna go and mosey around and ride some stuff. So let's see how this goes today. That is a giant no. No, no, no. You've watched me on Tower of Terror, you know that the dropping is not a thing I'm doing. Okay, so we have now Kings Island. We did Kings Island. We're very hot, we're very sweaty, my hair looks really good. I saw some people with shirts that said coaster hair don't care. I kind of care. I tried. That was quite a bump. Cincinnati, get your roads under control. Sorry if you're from Cincinnati. So yeah, we did Kings Island. Sorry I didn't film hardly anything actually in the park. You can't film on any of the rides. I don't know when that became a thing, but they are like pretty serious about locking all that mess down, so there were no cameras, phones, anything allowed on the allowed out on the rides. A couple years ago, Tim Tracker went to Kings Island, so check out his videos from there if you are interested in seeing like what some of the rides actually were, because they were allowed to film at that time. So he's got some POVs and stuff like that on that video. So if you are actually genuinely just curious about the rides, go check out those because you can find those on there. But as far as what we thought about some rides, what did we think? We are Disney people. I've determined that I am a Disney person. I like big rides, but I don't know, there wasn't as much theming, I think is one of my things. I like very themed attractions, and for a ride to be just like thrilling is nice, but I like it to have something else to it. So like Everest is a good example. It's a good ride, it's a thrilling ride, but also there's like things going on. There's good theming in the queue, there's good theming on the ride itself. It's not just a track that you can stand on the ground and look up and say, I know exactly what's gonna happen every inch of this ride. So I think that's my main thing, but I did enjoy everything. I think we liked everything we did. The first thing we did was Banshee, and I will put a clip in here of a segment of the coaster that
He legit was like, yeah. And I could fight you just as much. I can still whoop you. You want this one? I gotta get my shoes. We met some nice people yesterday. Yeah, with these two girls, I think they were my favorite. It was their first time on the Diamondback.
we were standing there and the coaster kind of came right over us, and that was our first ride of the day. And Cameron kind of needs to be warmed up to rides. It's not just like ooh, Tesla, hey Tesla, I want a Tesla so bad. Sorry, what was I saying? Banshee. Cameron likes to be warmed up. He doesn't like to just go into the biggest rides first thing. Kind of likes to like break yourself in. That's what we normally do at Disney. We break ourselves in. We did not do that today. We went straight for Banshee. Nothing too crazy, right? That one didn't have any like crazy drops or anything out of the ordinary. No. There was one like barrel roll that they kind of did you kind of slow, so it was weird. You know, you're like, I'm upside down, and you just kind of followed around. But that was pretty good. So we liked that one. And then we went and did the Bat, which I really liked. It was back in the very back corner. You have to walk for what seemed like about the distance of the Animal Kingdom parking lot just to get to the ride. But once you got back there, the queue was really short. We only waited for a couple of minutes. That was another thing. The lines today overall were not bad at all. So we went on the Bat, and it kind of like swings from side to side while you ride on it. And that was really cute. I liked that one. It was really short, but I liked that one a lot. And then we went and did Invertigo, which starts at one end and you go down, you kind of loop around a little bit and then you come back up, but you're either facing all the way up to the sky and then you drop backwards, or you are facing the ground when you rise up and then you drop towards the ground, and you do it both ways. You know, you go down in like a horseshoe kind of thing. And I liked it. How did you feel about it?
It's not good.
Not good. Not good, this one. He doesn't like when you can't breathe on a drop, so when we were facing up, we're good, but then we dropped backwards and the air could not get in or out, and so he was not having a good time there. So if you ever ride roller coasters with us and there's a big drop, like you crank tick 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 all the way up to the top, and you could like look down and you get ready to take a big drop, we scream Leroy Jenkins. Any fans of the original, the video that was like one of the first things that went viral back in the day? So yeah, we scream Leroy Jenkins on the way down because for some reason that helps him breathe, and I do it with him because I like to be crazy too. So that's what we do. So didn't enjoy that one as much. I liked it. It was fine. After that, we went and did. Is that Racer? Did we do it after that?
Yeah.
Yes. We did Racer, which looked just like a cute little like coaster from like, I don't know, you think of like the boardwalk kind of like coasters where it's just like you go up and you do this a few times and like just a little wooden coaster. And it was just a cute little wooden coaster, but it was rougher than heck. I just bounced around all over the place. I generally don't like wooden coasters because I bounce, and the kid behind us said it the best. He got off and he said, "I am concussed." It wasn't that bad. He was a little over dramatic, but yeah, it was a little wooden coaster, and
There was lots of hills.
lots of hills, lots of much bigger hills than I expected, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was cute. And then we went and got on Flight of Fear, and that one took a long time. The wait was actually pretty long for that one. We were in line, I think, for right at an hour, but most of it was inside. The queue was inside mostly, so it wasn't bad at all.
Reporting for duty, sir.
Bureau of Paranormal Activity. BPA. Isn't that like the...
BPA.
You're not supposed to have BPAs in
No
your
BPAs.
stuff? Know what that is? Alright, let's go do some aliens.
How do you know it's aliens? It's just paranormal.
It's aliens.
But it was a launch coaster. Did not remember that it was a launch coaster from the many years ago that I went. So it starts off just like kind of like Rock and Roller Coaster, and I think it was a lot like Rock and Roller Coaster, honestly. Less like Space Mountain, which I was like, oh, it's gonna be like Space Mountain because it's an indoor spacey alien. I don't know why I equated it to Space Mountain, but I did. But it was more like Rock and Roller Coaster with the loops and the inside with the lights off and all that kind of stuff. So that was what that was like, and it was, I mean, it was an indoor coaster. I like indoor coasters. I like most coasters, so it was a ride. I liked it. I like launch coasters. So we were good. We were gonna do the backlot stunt coaster, but then we were like, the line's a little bit long, and we want to make sure that we do Mystic Timbers because that's apparently the newest one. So we wanted to give it a try. So we went over there to do that first, and then like, if we have time, we'll come back and do this later. We didn't. Spoiler alert. Because when we got to Mystic Timbers, we had quite an adventure. Yes, we did. We went over to Mystic Timbers, and we had no idea how long the wait was going to be. The line didn't look too super long, so we were like, okay, cool, we'll just hop in line. Well, the line just kept going and kept going and kept going. There were probably 15 or 20 switchbacks that we went through, just back and forth, and then you go down a little bit, and then back and forth some more. And that's fine. It was moving pretty good. But then something happened. Don't know what happened. One of the cars, one of the trains, the whole thing, was stopped on the initial up ramp, and we were like, oh, something happened with this. But I think what actually happened was with the train ahead of it was having an issue, and they just e-stopped that train just so they didn't collide. I don't know what the issue was, but it was down for probably 25 minutes or so. So everyone in line, these are some fantastic roads, y'all. I am serious. We just stayed in line because we had already gotten most of the way through the line, and I'm not a quitter. We weren't going to bail. So everyone around us did, though, and so when it came back up, you know, we all clapped and cheered. We just got on the ride. It was good. It was a lot faster than any wooden coaster I've ever been on. It was a lot smoother than any wooden coaster I've ever been on because it's a hybrid. You said it's a steel wood hybrid, so it's not all wood. So you know, we didn't do the bobblehead thing quite as bad, and I didn't beat my legs to death against the side, which is usually my problem. I usually end up with bruises right on the insides of my knees. So I didn't do that, and it was really, really fast. Lots of we flew, he says. Lots of little up and down kind of hill things, which are my favorite. I like an upside down, like a roll and all that kind of stuff too, but my favorite kind of roller coasters are ones that you just kind of have little hills over and over. So lots of that. And then you got a Cinnabon, and here's video evidence of our Cinnabon. Did you honestly think that we were going to come to a theme park and not get something with sugar in it? We found a cinnamon roll. The Cinnabon too. Oh, you know, show us its good angle. There it is. Look at the puddle of ice. Get in there. Did everything that we wanted to do. There are a couple of other rides that if you are fans of Kings Island or you have ever been there or whatever, you probably are like, oh, you didn't ride Diamondback, you didn't ride the Beast. We did not ride the Beast because like I said, do not do wooden coasters. That one is really rough, really long, really large, and I was not feeling just having my body beaten to death on that wooden roller coaster, so I nixed that one. And Cameron saw, as we walked underneath Diamondback, he saw the initial drop on that one, and he was like, I'm good. So we don't need to do that one either. So we just kind of, we were like, we've done some things, and we headed out after Cinnabon, and we stopped by Starbucks to see if they had an Ohio mug, but they didn't. So yeah, that was our Kings Island experience. I know it wasn't Disney, and I know it's not super interesting just sitting here listening to me describe the rides, but like I said, we couldn't really do much filming actually in the park on the rides, so that's why. But do definitely go check out, I'll link Tim's videos down there so you can go check those out if you are interested in seeing what some of the rides were like. And yeah, I think that's it. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.